All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave via the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. It is a great night tonight for wrestling, and we are coming to you with Ring of Honor Championship Wrestling, brought to you by the West Coast Championship Wrestling Federation here in Heartland Championship Wrestling, and we're coming to you from the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Last Saturday, as you may recall, we had live wrestling action pretty much all day from our biggest pay-per-view of the year, Dawn of Destiny 2020. Once again, congratulations to the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair for winning the championship over the Macho Man Randy Savage in a very exciting match in last week's main event. Also in that main event, in that pay-per-view last week, we saw some great action from Ring of Honor. We started off with an announcement about the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship, which had to be vacated by the world's greatest tag team after an injury to Charlie Haas. And the members of Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, who perpetrated that injury to Charlie Haas, came out and laid claim to the title belt, but it was announced instead that a tag team title tournament would be taking place, and that tournament began last week at Dawn of Destiny with the members of Red Dragon, O'Reilly and Fish, winning their first round matchup against the team of Shelton Benjamin and his new tag team partner, Bryan Danielson. That tag team tournament will continue tonight. Also last week at Dawn of Destiny, a new Ring of Honor heavyweight champion was crowned in the person of C.W. Anderson, who defeated Jay White to regain the title. That title has been hotly contested back and forth between Anderson and Jay White and Jay Lethal. And tonight it is my pleasure to announce that that championship will be up for grabs in a triple threat match at the next Heartland pay-per-view on May the 2nd. It will be a triple threat match. C.W. Anderson versus Jay Lethal versus Jay White at the Knocked Down pay-per-view on May 2nd. That will be coming to you from Detroit. Tonight's action is going to be good. We've got a main event title match for the Ring of Honor Television Championship as the champion Michael Elgin defends against Nigel McGuinness. Also tonight we will have action from the tag team title tournament, and we'll recap that here momentarily. And we'll open things up with singles competition between Adam Cole and Michael Bennett. So far tonight we have already seen the Ring of Honor debut of PJ Black, who picked up a win over Donovan Dijak. Adam Page was victorious over Josh the Goods Woods. And Drew Galloway got a hard-fought victory over AJ Styles, in addition to the tag team tournament matches that we will recap shortly. But in the ring now we have Adam Cole, very controversial figure in Ring of Honor. He is part of a faction known as Takeover. Cole, along with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Donovan Dijak and Roderick Strong. And Cole has been the most outspoken of the Team Takeover critics. They have been battling with the team known as Dynamite, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Chris Jericho are part of that faction. And at the pay-per-view on Saturday last week, we saw a new faction of men calling themselves the Ring of Honor Originals, led by Nigel McGuinness and the Briscoe brothers and Jay Lethal, who are here to defend the honor of Ring of Honor against the tactics of this Team Takeover. And that brings this match to tonight. Adam Cole, the leader of the Team Takeover, is going to take on Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett has been somewhat of a wild card in this situation. He has ties both to the Ring of Honor Originals and to Team Takeover, but he has really tried to sit on the fence and kind of tread the middle ground and kind of keep to himself, and of course focus most of his attention on his lovely wife, Maria Kanellis. So we'll see Michael Bennett in action against Adam Cole tonight as both these men try to climb the ladder and get into contention for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship that will be decided once and for all at the upcoming pay-per-view. And that brings us to tonight's opening contest. Adam Cole is in the ring, 5'11", 205 pounds, out of Panama City, Florida. But there is nothing that this guy can't do in the wrestling ring. And he is facing off against a bigger opponent, Michael Bennett out of Boston, 6 foot and 225 pounds. Bennett, the stronger of the two men, and of course the lovely Maria Kanellis at ringside. So that sets the stage for tonight's opening contest. Welcome to the chat room, Amish Gaming, and a couple other folks who are watching tonight. And let's get to action. The opening roll goes to Adam Cole for initiative, and it is Cole with an arm drag taking Bennett down to the mat. Bennett quickly to his feet and fires back, picking up Cole and dropping him in a back body drop over and down to the canvas. Both men looking sharp here in the early going. Cole gets up and just nails Michael Bennett with an elbow shot to the face. Bennett didn't like that. He takes a step back, and Cole follows up with another elbow shot. Cole now stays on the offensive, and he just goes to the eyes. Cole goes to the eyes, but Bennett is not going to put up with that, and Bennett just slaps Cole across the face. Humiliating slap for Michael Bennett. Cole fires back, and it's going to be a whip to the ropes. Whip to the ropes, and as Bennett bounces back off of the ropes, it is Cole with a running back elbow smash that puts Michael Bennett down to the canvas. Maria looking on. Here's a reverse DDT from Cole, and that drops Bennett. But Bennett gets back to his feet, and the dice are flying all over San Francisco. Bennett gets back to his feet, and it is Bennett who is going to go for the hammerlock clothesline. He's going to need a choice chart roll to execute that. He needs a roll of 8 or lower. But on a roll of 12, Adam Cole gets out of that one. And it is Cole with a German suplex that takes Bennett down to the canvas. Bennett actually first to get to his feet. Bennett with a whip to the ropes. Cole comes off the ropes. And on a roll of 7, it is a running back elbow from Bennett that puts Cole back down to the canvas. Bennett's going to try that hammerlock clothesline again. Again, Cole gets out of the back door of that one. And this time it is another reverse DDT with Cole that drops Bennett down to the canvas. Bennett to his feet. Very good competitive match here in the early going. Well fought by both men. And now Bennett is going to move in for a lockup, and it's going to be Cole attempting an enziguri. But on a roll of 7, Bennett ducks out of the way of that one. Cole telegraphed that move, and Bennett picks up Cole and drops him down hard with the spine buster. Very nice counter wrestling by Michael Bennett. Bennett now with another back body drop, and Cole goes up high and hits the mat hard. Bennett in control. Bennett is going to go for a super kick. And on a roll of 7, he nails it. Bennett nails the super kick. Bennett now with the side effect. Cole goes down. He gets back to his feet. Cole comes in, and Bennett tries the elbow drop, but isn't going to be able to execute that. Cole got to his feet too quickly. And it is Cole with another attempt at enziguri. And this time he misses again. Good agility shown by Michael Bennett there. Dodging that enziguri and coming back with a photo finish. That hard body slam down to the canvas. And Adam Cole is hurt. The power advantage of Michael Bennett is paying its dividends here so far. Here's the box office smash. Here's a cover. And Cole kicks out. But we've had our first pin opportunity in the match. Bennett's going to follow up. And he is going to pitch Adam Cole out of the ring. Action spilling out to the arena floor. And on a roll of 6, it is Cole who wins the battle on the arena floor. Action goes back into the ring. Cole with a Panama Sunrise. Bennett hits the mat hard, count of 1. And oh, Bennett kicks out of that one. But Cole now quickly in control after getting the best of Bennett on the arena floor. Cole is going to go up for a death jump. Oh, but on a roll of 5, Bennett gets to his feet, catches Cole off the top turnbuckle, and throws him down to the canvas hard. Very good competitive match here. Bennett now moving in. What's he going to do? He's going to try for another super kick. And he nails it again. And now it's going to be Bennett going for the pile driver. Can he hit the pile driver? He gets him down. The pin roll is 5, but Cole kicks out of that one. Very well executed pile driver. Cole still has plenty of gas in his tank and not quite ready for the pinfall yet. But Bennett is in control, and Bennett is going to go with the photo finish once again, and it is Cole who drops down after that hard blow, hits the canvas, rolls out of the ring. Another encounter on the arena floor, and this time it is Bennett in control. On a roll of 11. Michael Bennett comes out of the ring and slams Adam Cole hard into the turnbuckle, into the ring post at ringside. Will this be a disqualification? No. The ref says let him go. Bennett with the rough stuff here as Maria is cheering him on. And now Bennett is going to go for the super kick once again. And once again he nails it. And now he goes for that go back to Japan finisher, that F5 style power slam. Cole kicks out of the pin attempt, but Cole is in big trouble now. Michael Bennett wrestling one of his best matches, and it is going to be a side effect. And Cole rolls out of the ring once again. Out of the ring goes Adam Cole. And oh, this time it is Adam Cole who grabs Bennett by the leg, pulls him out of the ring, and smashes the face of Michael Bennett onto the ring apron. Goodness gracious, Cole fighting fire with fire here. He's back in control. And oh, it's a super kick from Cole to the back of the head of Bennett. And Bennett is down and he is stunned. Adam Cole showing some resiliency here, coming back from near defeat and nailing that super kick to the back of the head. Cole's going to go up for the death jump. Can he connect? And on a roll of 9, he nails Michael Bennett coming off the top rope with a flying shoulder block. Cole in control. He's going to go to the figure 4 leg lock. The figure 4 leg lock has been locked in. Michael Bennett, will he be forced to give it up? He is fighting his way over to the bottom rope. And Bennett reaches the bottom rope. And there will be no submission. And it is this time Bennett who is going to leave the ring and have a little conference with Maria Kanellis on the outside of the ring. Action spills out of the ring. And this time it is Adam Cole who comes out. And Adam Cole grabs the steel chair and takes a whack at Bennett. Will not see a disqualification here as Cole is in control. And now it's Cole with the Florida key, that flipping suplex. He goes for the cover, but Bennett kicks out. Very good match we're seeing between these two contenders. Cole is going to hit the Florida key once again. Count of 1. And Bennett kicks out once again. Got his leg over the bottom rope to escape that. Both men are now at 3 fatigue tokens, and that means no more 3-count pins. Everything is going to be the single pin roll as in the original Filsinger game rulebook. Cole is in control. What's he going to do? He goes back to the figure 4 leg lock. This time he cannot get it locked in before Bennett rolls out of the ring and back down to the arena floor. Out of the ring we go again. We've been out several times. Will there be some shenanigans? No shenanigans. It's going to be just a good old-fashioned fight on the arena floor, and this time it is Bennett who takes control. He grabs Adam Cole by the back of the head and slams him into the steel ring steps. Adam Cole has been smashed onto the ring steps. Bennett is in control. Here's that go back to Japan finisher. The pin roll is 5, and on a roll of snake eyes, he gets the fall. Michael Bennett has picked up a pinfall victory over Adam Cole using that go back to Japan finisher. So congratulations to Michael Bennett for a big victory over Adam Cole here in tonight's event. Bennett not showing any inclinations of any sympathies towards Cole and his backstage politicking, and it is going to be Cole who is leading the ring on his own in frustration as he suffered the defeat tonight as Michael Bennett and Maria Kanellis celebrate. So here is your winner of tonight's first televised event, Michael Bennett and Maria Kanellis. I actually met Maria Kanellis in Chicago at a meet and greet event. Very, very polite, very gracious, very kind young lady. Beautiful girl, and just could not be more of a sweetheart. And but she loves her some Michael Bennett. She couldn't talk enough about what a handsome stud he is. And so Michael Bennett is your winner tonight. Now we go on to our next match, which is part of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship tournaments. You saw last week the beginning of that tournament at Dawn of Destiny 2020 when the members of Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly, the pretenders to the throne as it were, took on Shelton Benjamin and Bryan Danielson, and it was Red Dragon who won that match. Earlier tonight we also had action with the members of the OI4K tag team. Ohio is for Killers, also known as Ohio versus Everything, formerly known as the Irish Airborne. The Christ brothers out of Dayton, Ohio, Dave and Jake Christ, with the victory over Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander in first round action. Also in first round action, a very impressive performance by the team known as Ringkampf. Timothy Thatcher and Walter picked up a big victory in a hard-fought battle over Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, the Kings of Wrestling. And now we come to the final match of the first round of the tournament. Ring of Honor Originals, the BRISCOE brothers. These guys have been around Ring of Honor since day one. And they will do battle against another team that is very well established in the annals of Ring of Honor history, known as the Addiction. Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, two very storied Ring of Honor tag teams, hooking up in first round action here tonight. This should be a good one. So relax and enjoy. The tag teams are in the ring. The BRISCOE brothers, aka Dem Boys, out of Sandy Fork, Delaware. And it is going to be Jay Briscoe starting things off for the BRISCOEs against Frankie Kazarian for the Addiction. And here we go. The opening initiative roll goes to Kazarian. And Kazarian is going to start things off the opening lockup with a whip to the ropes. Briscoe comes off the ropes. Kazarian drops down. Briscoe comes the other way. Kazarian drops down again, and on the third try, Jay Briscoe bounces off the ropes, and it is a double clothesline, and both men immediately go down. Boy, hard-hitting action right from the start, as Kazarian is the first to his feet. He's got the advantage over Briscoe, and Kazarian goes for the finisher. He calls Daniels into the ring. They go to the slingshot elbow. Count of one. And Jay Briscoe was lucky to get out of that, as the Addiction went right to one of their tag team finishers off of the opening lockup, taking Jay Briscoe by surprise. He was lucky to get out of that one, as Daniels now is the legal man in the ring. And Daniels is going to go to the top turnbuckle, and he is going to, well, let's think about this. We got a choice H, which is either a turnbuckle or an agility roll, and at an agility of -2, that's not a good outcome either way. So Daniels goes to the top turnbuckle, but on a roll of 7 on the death jump, it is a flying clothesline from Daniels that takes Jay Briscoe down to the mat once again. And now Daniels is in control. Daniels goes to the Angel's Wings. He hits his double underhook face driver combo, again goes for the cover. And again, Jay Briscoe is able to kick out, but he's already been hit with 2 finishers, and he is off to a rough start in this match. Brother Mark at ringside wanting to get into the ring and get some action. And here's Daniels going up for the best moonsault ever, and he hits Briscoe again hard. Jay Briscoe finally able to get to his feet. Daniels still in control, picks him up and down hard with the sit-out powerbomb. And once again, Briscoe is down and stays down. And Daniels is going to go for the submission hold, the Koji clutch. A vicious submission hold, working that low back that's already been injured. Briscoe suffers from that some, but finally he's able to power his way up to his hands and knees and escape that. Daniels still in control and goes with another slam down to the canvas, sidewalk slam. Here comes Kazarian into the ring, and we're going to have another double team. Oh, but on a roll of 9, it is a running elbow smash from Kazarian. Didn't get all of that one, but Kazarian is in the legal man in the ring now, and Briscoe is still hurt. Kazarian now, what's he going to do? Whip to the turnbuckle. And oh, coming off the turnbuckle, it is an incredible neck-breaking clothesline from Kazarian, and down goes Briscoe once again. Jay Briscoe is having a heck of a bad time in this match. And now Kazarian with a German suplex. Jay Briscoe is hurt. Kazarian follows up and hits him hard with a Shining Wizard. Jay Briscoe is staggered. Can he get to the ring and make the tag? Yes, he finally makes the tag to Brother Mark. So Jay Briscoe took some serious punishment before finally tagging out to Mark Briscoe, and Mark is in the ring to do battle with Kazarian. And Briscoe comes right out and nails Kazarian with an enziguri. Kazarian backs down. Briscoe with a flying leg lariat. Kazarian tries to come back with a chokehold. Briscoe is caught in the chokehold, and Kazarian now hits the Shining Wizard of his own, and Briscoe is staggered back. It doesn't do a lot of good to hit Mark Briscoe in the head, because there's just not much going on in that head to start with. But Kazarian was able to stun him. And oh, another Shining Wizard, and Briscoe has been stunned again. Tag to Daniels, and they come in for the double team. But this time they toss Briscoe into the ropes, but Briscoe ducks under and hits both opponents with a double clothesline. The referee actually disallowed that tag. Briscoe with a double clothesline on both Daniels and Kazarian. And it is Briscoe now bringing Jay into the ring for a double football tackle. They nail Kazarian with that. And Kazarian kicks out of the pin attempt. But after that double football tackle, the Briscoe brothers are in control. These guys are two double tough rednecks, and they don't take a backward step to anybody. Jay Briscoe now picks up Kazarian and drives him down with a jag driller. He gets a count of 1. Count of 2. Can Daniels make the pin save? On a roll of 11, Daniels comes into the ring, and it's a wild brawl with all 4 wrestlers. This could lead to a double disqualification. No, they're going to let him fight. And on a roll of 4, it is the Addiction who wins the brawl. Mark Briscoe is dumped out of the ring by Daniels. Kazarian is in control against Jay Briscoe in the ring, and Kazarian hits the flux capacitor. Oh goodness, what a move by Kazarian, that falling face slam. Briscoe is down and he is injured. He is slow to get to his feet. Kazarian's slow to take over. And Kazarian at this point is just going to go and tag in his partner, Christopher Daniels. As Daniels is by far the fresher of the 2 men from the Addiction. What's Daniels going to do? He goes and picks up Briscoe with a sidewalk slam and down to the canvas. Briscoe gets to his feet and he fires back and brings Mark into the ring, and they together execute a high hip toss, and down to the canvas goes Daniels hard. Nice double teaming by the Briscoes on that high hip toss. Mark Briscoe now in control, and he drops Daniels with a brutal suplex down to the canvas hard. Briscoe stays in control. Flying leg lariat. He nails that one. Down goes Daniels. And now will we see the death jump? Yes, we will. It's going to be the Briscoe going to the top rope. And on a roll of 7, he nails a flying shoulder tackle off of the top rope. Down goes Daniels. And Jay is going to pitch Daniels out of the ring, and this is the Briscoes playground. Nobody loves that out of the ring more than the Briscoes. And we're going to see a suicide dive from Mark Briscoe onto Daniels at ringside. And on a roll of 6, it is Daniels who leaps off the top. It is, Mark Briscoe who leaps off the top rope with a plancha and crashes down onto Daniels on the arena floor. And BRISCOE is going to continue the attack out of the ring, and we are going to see some out of the ring shenanigans. Once again, the BRISCOE brothers are at the playground where they love to play. And it is going to be the tables chart. There was already a table set up at ringside earlier in the match during the Styles Galloway match. That table is still up. But on a roll of 6, it is going to be Mark BRISCOE sliding a table into the ring. A table has been set up in the ring now. Mark BRISCOE and Christopher Daniels are fighting over control of the table, and it is BRISCOE who wins the gut check roll, and he picks up Daniels and body slams him through the table. Oh my goodness, that's going to cost Daniels a point of fatigue. Will there be a disqualification? No, they're going to continue to fight. And it is BRISCOE now going for the cutthroat driver. He drops Daniels hard, but Daniels manages to get that right shoulder up, and there will be no pinfall. But Daniels is in trouble here. Mark BRISCOE is in control, and he is screaming like a crazy banshee. BRISCOE now goes to the top turnbuckle, but this time Daniels gets up, and it's Kazarian from out of the ring who pushes BRISCOE off the turnbuckle and down to the floor. Down to the canvas, where Daniels takes over. And it is Daniels with a reverse STO dropping BRISCOE face first onto the canvas. Quite a sequence here between Mark BRISCOE and Christopher Daniels. Daniels now, Death Valley driver. Down hard, and BRISCOE hits the mat hard and rolls out of the ring. And now Daniels is going to take a breather as BRISCOE is going to have to roll back into the ring helplessly to beat the 10 count. And Daniels is going to take the action back out of the ring again, and we're going to see some more shenanigans. Ringside mayhem prevailing here in this wild tournament tag team match. And now it is going to be a foreign object. We go to the foreign object chart. And Daniels goes under the ring and pulls out a pipe wrench that they used to set up the ring. But it is BRISCOE who grabs control of the pipe wrench, and he nails Daniels with that pipe wrench. Bad idea for Christopher Daniels to try and play rough with a BRISCOE brother at ringside. There will again not be a disqualification. The referee's just going to let him fight, and Daniels has been busted open. Out of the ring we go once again. BRISCOE is going to go for the suicide dive once again. Daniels gets out of the way of that one. And now we've got a double slugfest at ringside. Daniels and BRISCOE slugging it out. We may again see a double disqualification here. BRISCOE will not be disqualified. Daniels will not be disqualified. And on a roll of 3, it is BRISCOE who wins the brawl. And BRISCOE is going to continue the action out of the ring. Things are breaking down here. BRISCOE is going to go for the suicide dive, and this time he is going to come off the top rope, and he is going to nail another somersault plancha onto Daniels, and Daniels is in bad shape now. Christopher Daniels really hurting after a couple of suicide dives and being dropped through a table. And now we're going to have the cutthroat driver. It's going to be Kazarian who's going to have to try and make the pin save, and on a roll of 2, Kazarian makes the pin save. Not only that, but Kazarian is going to come into the ring and interfere. Charts everywhere. We go to the outside interference chart. As Frankie Kazarian has come into the ring, and on a roll of 5, it is Kazarian who attacks BRISCOE and nails him with a flux capacitor onto the floor. And we may have a disqualification here on a roll of 6 or lower. And yes, indeed, that's going to be the disqualification. Frankie Kazarian did what he had to do to save the match, but that cost him the DQ after interfering in the pinfall by Mark BRISCOE. Mark BRISCOE wrestled out of his mind today, and pretty much single-handedly took out the addiction, forcing Kazarian to interfere in that match, and that led to the disqualification. So your winners by disqualification, Mark Briscoe and Jay Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers, over Daniels and Kazarian, and it will be the Briscoe brothers moving on in the tournament, where they will face the team of Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, in the semifinals of the tournament. So good tag team match. And now, as we get ready for the main event, Amish Gaming had a question in the chat room that I will address as we take a break between matches here. I don't watch Ring of Honor at all. Who's your favorite wrestler there? Who has the best card? Yeah, Ring of Honor has a very interesting history. They have been around probably about 15 years, and they started off with a business model that was basically run house shows about once a month, break even on the house shows, and sell DVDs to turn a profit. And that was a very successful model. And they introduced a lot of young talent into the wrestling business who went on to become major stars. A lot of guys in the current WWE came from Ring of Honor. Most notably AJ Styles, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels got his start, Seth Rollins, who was known as Tyler Black, Daniel Bryan, who was Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor, wrestling under his real name. Lots and lots of talented guys. A second wave that is now in NXT includes these guys in the stable that I call Team Takeover: Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, Dominic. They're calling him now Dominic Dijakovic. He was known as Donovan Dijak in Ring of Honor. So lots of great talent has come through Ring of Honor over the years. Nowadays they have pretty well developed a third wave of talent that's much less well known, and a lot of the great Ring of Honor talent has kind of been picked over by the WWE and later by All Elite Wrestling. The Young Bucks and people of that ilk had nice runs through the Ring of Honor. So in terms of my current favorite, the Briscoe brothers, Jay and Mark, are a very rough and tumble tag team. Very, very entertaining guys with their ring promos. They play up the redneck stereotype beautifully. So Jay Briscoe is a former Ring of Honor heavyweight champion. Jay and Mark together have been tag team champions probably 10 times or more over the course of the last 15 years. Love me some Briscoe brothers. So if you want to watch some entertaining YouTube matches, look at Jay and Mark, the Briscoe brothers, and the entertaining series of matches and the entertaining promos that they have put on over the years. So they are my favorites. AJ Styles, also a tremendous favorite of mine, who came up through the Ring of Honor the Ring of Honor origins. Another favorite of mine from Ring of Honor is this man, Nigel McGuinness, who unfortunately has had to retire from active competition due to hepatitis. He is now part of the WWE NXT Europe broadcast team. Very, very smart guy, very, very good wrestler, very, very good in-ring performer, and good mic man, and had some tremendous battles with Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor, had tremendous battles with Samoa Joe in Ring of Honor before he was forced out of wrestling. He actually trained in Ohio, and I used to go to watch his independent training matches in the Heartland Wrestling Association. So I've seen Nigel McGuinness along with Dave and Jake Christ, who I talked about earlier, and another young guy who came up through Heartland Wrestling known as John Moxley, who became Dean Ambrose in WWE and probably is the greatest success story to come through the Heartland Wrestling Association. But yeah, I've been at wrestling shows where there were 20 people in the audience, and Nigel McGuinness and Dave and Jake Christ and John Moxley would be wrestling, and it was a tremendous time to be a fan of independent wrestling back in the 90s and the early 2000s. So that's my diatribe on Ring of Honor. Our main event now is for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Your current champion is Michael Elgin, and he will be challenged tonight by Nigel McGuinness for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Elgin, also known as Big Mike, 5'11", 245 pounds. This guy is a load. He's got muscles to move his muscles. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And he is your current Ring of Honor Television Champion. Nigel McGuinness, 6'1", 220 pounds. Very lean, athletic physique. Very solid ring technician. Loves to work the turnbuckles. And like all of his European counterparts, loves to throw those European uppercuts. Nigel McGuinness has wonderful submission holds in his arsenal as well. All right, so here we go with our main event of the evening for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. And the opening result roll is tied, and that means we go to our Face to the Mat book. And we will roll on the wild card results for Nigel McGuinness. And on a roll of 56, is Nigel McGuinness smart? He's one of the smartest wrestlers in the game, so he is not distracted by a spectacle outside the ring, and he pummels his opponent. So something happened at ringside. Maybe it was members of the Team Takeover coming out, because Nigel McGuinness is one of the ROH originals. But as a result of a distraction at ringside, Nigel McGuinness gets the early advantage. And he will start with a whip to the turnbuckle. Elgin is whipped into the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 10, it is a collision at the turnbuckle, and both men go down. The wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating recovers first and rolls on level 3 offense, and that, of course, is Nigel McGuinness. McGuinness at the turnbuckle is in control. McGuinness now goes with the Cobra Clutch. Can he lock in the Cobra Clutch? He's going to need a death jump roll for this. Yes, he hits the Cobra Clutch. And Elgin is already starting to be weakened in the ring. Nigel continues to work that Cobra Clutch. And Elgin continues to struggle. But this time Elgin is able to break out with a back elbow. And it is Elgin who fires back. And he is going to try a choice G. Let's see, choice G is either a death jump or a tombstone pile driver. Elgin's much more of a tombstone pile driver kind of a guy, and he nails it. He drops McGuinness with a tombstone pile driver, and McGuinness is slow to get to his feet. Elgin stays on it. Black hole slam. And down hard to the canvas goes Nigel. Nigel stays down after that black hole slam. What's Elgin going to do? He goes to the Elgin bomb and nails McGuinness with the Elgin bomb. McGuinness manages to get his foot over the bottom rope, so there will be no pinfall, but McGuinness has been shaken up early as Elgin has gone to the power game. Elgin now with a huge lariat that takes McGuinness back down to the canvas. McGuinness gets to one knee, and Elgin picks him up and throws him into the turnbuckle with the buckle bomb. That is a brutal move. That's an add one move. Elgin's going to try for the pin. Nigel gets out of that, but Nigel is already in big trouble as Elgin has just overpowered Nigel here in the mid portion of this match. What's Elgin going to do now? It's the Elgin bomb again. Here is the cover. The pin rail is 8 or lower, and on a roll of 8, he gets the pin. Michael Elgin just made short work of Nigel McGuinness with a successful title defense of the Ring of Honor Television Championship with the Elgin bomb. So Nigel put up a good battle there for a brief time, but once Elgin overpowered McGuinness and took him down with the black hole slam and the buckle bomb, it was all but over. And it took a pair of Elgin bombs to put away Nigel McGuinness, but Elgin has put away Nigel McGuinness, and he has successfully defended the Ring of Honor Television Championship here in tonight's main event from San Francisco. All right, good night of wrestling. Good show. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Amish Gaming, thank you, as always, for checking things out. Everybody else who stopped into the chat room, or if you're catching this on the late replay, I know there was a chat segment going on with Uncle Dave and Uncle Ron and an Al Red Sox fan, and I hated to duck out of that, but it is 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time now, and I wanted to get my wrestling on and get her done. So we enjoyed the show tonight. West Coast Championship Wrestling live on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, featuring the superstars of Ring of Honor Wrestling. And once again, tonight's winner in your main event and still Ring of Honor Television Champion is Big Mike, a.k.a. Michael Elgin. That's our show, and I am out of here.